To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're off from Arrowhead. Darius Davis to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that's good for a gain of 5. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Makes the catch. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelce. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left is intercepted. Picked off, Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not take anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front.
Yep.
And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's go now.
Brown on the inside give. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's into the hands of Moore. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Dime coverage from the Chiefs on this 3rd down. Nix from the gun. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Right. 15.
Play action, Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Finding Davis. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Buy down these two. Buy down these two. Hey, 43.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completed to Davis. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's 2nd down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
15.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs break the tie here in the 1st. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. A quick 2nd score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Finds his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Second and 3 now. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They still have 5 to go here, 3rd down. Nix now to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, He gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Chiefs will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Yellow, yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 13-point lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Coaching youth football, Kate, this is where the kids like to say, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real for this offense. They've got to find some solutions. This deficit, it's getting bigger. And that sack isn't helping matters.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Trying again, following the sack. Finds Mims. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A give now to Brown. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Nix looking to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. Worked through his progression. Nobody available. And by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks, too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Yellow.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hey, yellow. Hey, go gun. Right side.
Here's Mahomes. He's got Watson. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Right side.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Kelsey makes the catch. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Yellow. Right side.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Here's 2nd and 5. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Looking for Travis. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
43, 15.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs with 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, rip list. Right side.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City! And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Continuing to move past the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Taking a deep shot here. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Nix from the gun. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Nix off the play action. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A give left side to Brown. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Caught, nice gain left side. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Nix. Catch made by Chase Brown. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down from the red zone. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they... bounds this close to 6.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. Go.
They'll throw again. Nix. This throw is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
This is one of those times, Kate, where I got to put my glasses on up in the booth and realize the line between receiver and tight end is so easily blurred. Why? Because this guy can run. He showed it before the catch with a great route, and he showed it even more so with the yards after catch.
They motion a receiver left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Nix now to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Flush down out to his left. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And that lowers the lead to 21.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
1,
Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Running right is Pacheco. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They'll take 6 on the play. Now they'll face 2nd and 14.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 14. He puts everything behind this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Throwing is Mahomes. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds Mims. At the 20. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2. He's throwing for it. Forced out to his right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Right side.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He's got time here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
Yellow. Side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, first and 10.
Right side.
On the option, they give it to Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Second and 6 coming up here.
Yellow.
They send a tight end in motion.
Right side.
Back to Pacheco here on second. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Right side.
Right back to Pacheco. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Yellow. Right side.
From the 23. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs put up even more points in a win. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Complete to Mims. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Mix again on 2nd and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Drew Tranquill with the pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Yellow, yellow. There's it.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Right. My side.
It's Pacheco again. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Fight on these two. My side.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.